6 things smart men should never do in a relationship. Many men throw themselves into love without realizing that some well-intentioned moves can backfire. Modern relationship experts agree that being a smart man isn't just about grand romantic gestures. It's also about knowing what not to do. For example, psychologists emphasize that healthy boundaries encourage autonomy and a sense of empowerment and self-respect. Neglecting these boundaries can make relationships toxic and unsatisfying, undermining your well-being. In this guide, we'll cover 6 common pitfalls and how avoiding them leads to stronger, more balanced partnerships. Each point is backed by research or expert advice, so you not only learn the how, but also the why behind each tip. 1. Guard your history. Think of your past as a locked treasure chest. Not every detail belongs on the table from day one. Mental health professionals warn that oversharing too soon can actually hurt your sense of self. In other words, tossing every personal story at a new partner can chip away at the independence and confidence that attract healthy relationships in the first place. Smart men reveal personal details gradually, sharing just enough to build trust without exposing every vulnerability prematurely. In practice, that means answering questions sincerely but thoughtfully. Focus on anecdotes that build connection, rather than unloading every negative memory at once. Over time, as mutual trust grows, you can open that chest a bit more. But early on, protecting your privacy helps both partners see who you really are now, not just who you were. 2. Prioritize your time. Your time is finite, and how you spend it says a lot. Relationship experts note that healthy personal boundaries protect your goals, hobbies, and friendships as much as they do your romance. In fact, setting limits on how much time you devote to your partner is an act of self-respect and autonomy. Without those boundaries, studies warn, relationships can become overwhelming and your well-being can suffer. Smart men refuse to pour every minute into a partner who doesn't appreciate it. They treat dating as an enhancing part of life, not its sole focus. Practically speaking, this means blocking off personal time on your calendar for exercise, hobbies, or work, and gently enforcing those limits. When you communicate your schedule clearly, your partner knows you value your passions and respect hers too. The result? A balanced relationship that energizes you instead of draining you. 3. Overcome the fear of loneliness. Many guys settle just to avoid being single, but this rarely ends well. In fact, social psychologists find that the fear of being alone is a major predictor of relationship trouble. People afraid of singlehood often end up settling for less in partners. In other words, out of anxiety, they compromise on values, chemistry, or respect. Smart men flip this script by embracing solitude as a strength. Alone time becomes an opportunity for self-discovery and growth, not a punishment. When you date from a place of choice rather than need, you maintain higher standards and avoid choosing mismatched partners. Studies show that those who date out of fear actively choose less responsive or compatible mates. Instead, patiently enjoy your own company. Pursue your interests, deepen friendships, and clarify what truly matters to you. This way, when the right person comes along, you're happy to share your life with her rather than dependent on it. 4. Maintain your inner calm. Your peace of mind is non-negotiable. One-sided sacrifice, giving up your happiness and needs just to keep someone else content, is a fast track to resentment. Research by social psychologists confirms this. Being the only one who sacrifices in a relationship is a red flag. In fact, studies advise that if you find yourself always making sacrifices for your partner, you should tread with caution. Smart men recognize that protecting their mental health is key to any healthy relationship. They set clear limits. They'll help and compromise, but not at the cost of their own well-being. This might look like gently saying no when you're drained, scheduling downtime to recharge, or seeking professional help if anxiety or sadness creep in. By prioritizing self-care and insisting on fairness, you keep the relationship positive and sustainable. Remember, you build a strong partnership from a place of strength, not self-sacrifice. 5. Stay true to yourself. Relationships shouldn't require you to wear a mask. Psychology experts emphasize that honoring your own boundaries, even by saying no, actually strengthens your sense of self. In fact, refusing requests that conflict with your values builds confidence and stability. Saying no can create more mental health stability and boost your self-esteem. Smart men take this to heart. They speak up when something doesn't feel right, whether it's curbing a bad habit or declining an uncomfortable favor, and trust that honesty will attract partners who respect them. Over time, this authenticity deepens trust and attraction. When you refuse to compromise who you are, you make room for a love that fits, rather than contorting yourself to please someone else. 6. Cultivate trust and appreciation. Strong relationships run on mutual respect. Wise men never take their partner's feelings or contributions for granted. Building trust, for instance, is critical. Once lost, it's very hard to rebuild. So, smart men avoid lies, cheats, or broken promises. They also practice gratitude. Numerous studies show that expressing appreciation makes couples feel closer and more satisfied. In practical terms, this means noticing and praising your partner's good qualities, listening when she speaks, and saying thank you for even the small things. Research confirms that couples who regularly show gratitude report stronger connection and happiness. By trusting her honesty and regularly acknowledging what she adds to your life, you create a positive feedback loop. She feels valued and reciprocates, and the bond deepens. In short, smart men avoid neglect. Instead, they nurture a relationship with candor and heartfelt thanks.